directly to Victory Road Sunday night, March 18th, exclusively on pay-per-view. Hello, everybody, and welcome to TNA Explosion. It's JP Jeremy Borash flying solo this week, and on this edition of Explosion, we're going to take you for another ride on the Spin Cycle. A very cool matchup from 2003 on the TNA Underground. And to kick things off this week, we are going to have a huge matchup. The World Television Championship will be on the line exclusively right here on Explosion. And that kicks things off. And ladies and gentlemen, so much to talk about this week as we are headed directly to Victory Road, March 18th on pay-per-view. This is not on my Eric Bischoff on Explosion. He's not scheduled to come to the ring. We've got our television, he's coming this way. We have our television title match set to kick off this program. Well. What do we, I'll move. What do we owe the honor this week? Pal's not here, and look who is. Eric Bischoff, welcome to Explosion, sir.
Yeah, get to work.
World Television Championship matchup to kick off the broadcast. And what a reception for my broadcast colleague. Here we go, World Television Championship. It is going to be Robbie E. Of course, with Robbie T defending this week against the 7-footer, the Blueprint, Matt Morgan.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the TNA Television Championship. Introducing first, from Fairfield, Connecticut, the Blueprint, Matt Morgan.
And as we kick off this World Television title matchup, Mr. Bischoff, I welcome you to the program, your first time here on Explosion.
Let's get a couple things straight right off the bat. First of all, I'm not your freaking colleague, okay? You're not in my peer group. You're not anywhere near my level. So do not refer to me as a colleague. Secondly, as much as I'd like to say it's a pleasure to be here with you, we both know that would be a lot.
I would guess that would be the case, yeah. Well, if you could join us at least and shed some insight on this matchup, that would be appreciated at the very least.
Yeah, I'll do what I can.
And his opponent, being accompanied to the ring by Big Robbie T from the Jersey Shore. He is your TNA Television Champion, Robbie E.
You know what's amazing here, Borash, is I look at this guy, and I'm thinking, it's pretty difficult to give New Jersey a bad name, but this guy is capable of doing it. I mean, face it, the Jersey Shore is like the armpit of the planet, and this guy's making it look bad. Amazing.
You don't think the success rate so far, I mean, I have a list. He gave me a list specifically, Eric, of people to read that he has defeated since becoming the World Television Champion.
I'm not taking anything away from his athletic ability or his skill as a professional in the ring. I'm just saying, he's a puke.
You don't hang out in Jersey is what you're telling me.
Nah, are you kidding me?
All right. He has defeated Rob Van Dam. He's defeated Devon. He's defeated Shannon Moore. And he came out alive after his matchup with AJ Styles recently in Impact. Pretty good record, I'd say.
It's not a bad record. As I said, I'm not taking anything away from him as a professional, but he's just a puke. You know what I mean, don't you, Borash?
I wouldn't call him a puke. Your word's not mine. But hey, Eric, while I have you here, I got to ask you. I mean, this program, of course, very big in the United Kingdom. I guess I'd be remiss not to ask you about your night in Wembley Arena and what a reception you received.
Yeah, it was. I have to say, it was an interesting night. We'll talk more about it.
You want to revisit it, maybe? I mean, that was the night you found out who your son's trainer.
Yeah, I know all about it. Listen, I don't need you to tell me what's going on in my family life and with my own son.
If I can follow up.
It is what it is, and it'll take care of itself.
And you're telling him not to show up now. You're telling him that there's something in...
I'm telling him there'll be repercussions if he doesn't start listening.
Fair enough. The 7-footer, the Blueprint, Matt Morgan, the challenger, and certainly after what has happened between Matt Morgan and Crimson as of late, Matt Morgan says enough with the tag team situation. I'm going to try and go out on my own, try and get some championship gold, try and defeat Robbie E and become the World Television Champion.
You got to hand it a look at Matt Morgan. Aside from the obvious, being a physical specimen, Matt Morgan is probably one of the most underrated professionals in the sport today. When he finds his gear, when he finally settles into his own groove, Matt Morgan will be a force to reckon with. There's no doubt in my mind.
Right off the bat, shows his strength. Speaking of strength, how about Robbie T on the outside of the ring? What a physical specimen this guy is.
Robbie T's no doubt about it. Robbie T provides the muscle. He's the center of gravity, if you will, in this duo. But Robbie he's got to rely more on his speed. With a guy like Matt Morgan in there, with the size, the leverage, the strength advantage, and the experience that Morgan brings to the table in this matchup. If Robbie E isn't fast on his feet and keep moving around, he's going to be in deep stuff.
And you saw what happened there. Robbie E throwing punches right.
Those aren't punches. Those does not qualify as a punch. If you don't know how to throw one, if you're not trying to take somebody out, don't bother. It's a perfect example of what I meant. He needs to be moving. He's got to stay away from Matt Morgan. He's got to try to tire Morgan out instead of going toe-to-toe with him. That won't last long.
And he won't last long getting thrown around the ring by the Blueprint like that. The 7-footer takes it to the World Television Champion. And this Explosion exclusive title defense.
Now, I'm surprised here that Morgan isn't picking up the pace a little bit. He's capable of doing it. He knows that he's got Robbie E in trouble. Why he's taking his time and slowing down his own pace is beyond me.
The back of his eyes, he's got to realize Robbie T's on the outside of the ring. Look at this, big leg drop.
And as big as Robbie T is, do you think Matt Morgan's intimidated by him? I don't. I mean, he should be.
Spoke a little soon there. Obviously, Robbie T on the outside of the ring, taking it to the challenger, who throws him back in. This matchup continues when we return. Here's a cover. Hang on. One. Oh, not so fast. This matchup continues when we return. It's Robbie T in the corner of Robbie E defending the World Television Championship against the Blueprint, Matt Morgan. We are back.
Great action so far. I'm really impressed here.
What would happen, obviously, at this point, if Matt Morgan able to get this World Television Championship? Obviously, at this stage, you saw what happened with Crimson. Obviously, he is not on the same page, and it cost him the World Tag Team Championship.
It did indeed, but I'll tell you what, this is a kind of a victory that Matt Morgan needs. You know, while every wrestler has his or her sights set on becoming the ultimate champion, Morgan needs some confidence. He needs a good match here, and for him to be able to walk out here with the World Television title would certainly be that shot in the arm that could catapult him into even, dare I say, a shot at the World Heavyweight title.
Speaking of that World Heavyweight title, I got to put you on the spot right now, EB. I got to know your prediction for Lockdown as James Storm challenges Bobby Roode. April 15th, Storm's hometown of Nashville.
Bobby Roode all the way, no doubt in my mind.
Morgan Freight Train coming in, takes out Robbie E. And now picks him up with ease. That's the size and the strength that drops him for a side slam. And I got to ask you, Eric, when you were putting together Immortal, did you scope out Morgan? Did you ever scout him out? Did you talk to him about possibly alliances?
We never talked to him about it. Certainly his name came up in this, and there's a nice thundering forearm.
Just like that.
See, and that's one of the things about Robbie T. This is what makes him so effective. He picked his shot. He waited for the right moment.
Well, he basically just got himself disqualified and held onto the belt because he thought he was done.
Raise our hands, bro.
This is a
and he's happy. Yep.
Through and through, it was Robbie T's outside interference.
It's a hollow victory,
Your winner by
obviously.
disqualification, the Blueprint, Matt Morgan.
Well, it was a win, but not a satisfying one at that.
So do you think is now Matt Morgan going to go to Robbie's list? He's going to make the list?
I guess that's not quite on the list there. That is a disqualification victory for, oh, look at that. And now look at these two going blow for blow, and obviously Matt Morgan getting the upper hand on that. Here comes the Blueprint.
Robbie T out, paying the price of admission, if you will.
And Matt Morgan victorious via disqualification, not able to get the World Television Championship, but showing his dominance nonetheless. This matchup exclusively here on Explosion. Still to come on Explosion, it's back to the good old days with TNA Underground. But up next, it's the reaction from this week's Impact Wrestling.
I'm the Stinger, and I'm not done yet. Victory Road. Live March 18th, only on pay-per-view.
Welcome back to TNA Explosion, everybody. It's JP, Jeremy Borash joining me now. At this time, still World Television Champion. We got Big Robbie T, Little Robbie. Guys, it is a...
Whoa. Wait a second, bro. Who are you calling little? Listen, I know...
Yeah, you're Big Robbie, Little Robbie.
Whoa, listen, let me talk, bro. I know in the past I've called myself Little Robbie and I've called him Big Robbie, but the deal is now, JB, I've gained 5 pounds. I'm up to 201. And because I'm over 200, now I'm Big Robbie. And this right here, this is Bigger Robbie, bro. Big Rob, Bigger Robbie. You got that?
So now I'm going to call you...
Listen, now on to tonight. All that's important is, Matt Morgan, it doesn't matter what happened after the match. All that matters is this. I'm still the television champ, bro. And I'm the greatest television champ of all time. And tonight, because I'm still the champ, we go party. And that's all you need to know, JB. You got it, Bigger Rob? Peace out, homie.
Am I on the list for this?
No, you're not on the list.
After months, Sting, in his position of authority, has had to deal with World Heavyweight Champion Bobby Roode, and month after month, Roode has frustrated Sting with his underhanded loopholes and shortcuts.
At Lockdown, you against James Storm.
After last week's incident with Bobby Roode, the man in charge, Sting, sent out a tweet that read, "I'm done."
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is in fact true. The icon Sting is done.
I've been pushed over the edge because of Bobby Roode. So I'm done.
Ending Sting's career is without a shadow of a doubt the greatest accomplishment in my life.
You didn't win any war.
Bobby, you woke me up. I feel so alive. No more Mr. Nice Guy.
I'm gonna kick the living crap out of you.
And Victory Road. It's showtime. No. I mean, it's ta-ta for now. See you at Victory Road.
A couple weeks ago when I said I was done, you know I was just playing mind games. I just took the straw and stirred the drink up a little bit. That's all I did. Now, if you're telling me that that's what all three of you are doing, just stirring it up, then, well, hey, this is wrestling. That's good. But if on the other side of the fence you are done, then we need to talk. So are you, in fact, done?
Yes. Done. I'm done. Done. And we ain't moving from this spot. We're done here. There's nothing to go back.
Now, wait a minute now. Last week, I said I was going to kick the living crap out of you at Victory Road. How can I do that? How can I do that if you don't have a job? And if you don't have a job, the world title's going to be stripped from you. No. Austin Aries, if you don't have a job, the X Division title's going to be stripped from you.
That's not going to happen. Don't even think about it.
Bully.
Don't even think about it.
Nobody does bully like you, but if you point your finger in my face again, I'm gonna bite it off. Bully, do you not want to get paid? If you don't have a job, you don't have a paycheck. So I'll ask you once again, are you in fact done? Austin, I'll tell you what. You're right. You have not been in any main events. I'm going to change that tonight. Because you're going to be in the main event where you will tag with Bobby Roode and Bully Ray against our own World Tag Champions, Magnus and Joe's going to kill you. And their